All right, Kenman here. Today we have a really exciting knife in this box. I got to check one out when I was at Blade Show Atlanta. If you want to watch some of that footage, check it out in the description below. Had a really good time. Lots of great people in the knife community. Let's get into it. What are we checking out today? This is from a pass around that I am in. Lucky for me, I got included in some of these really cool pass arounds. Get to check out some awesome knives. Jack Wolf. We've seen a few on the channel here in this pass around. We got a box on the floor. We'll keep this one nice though, since we are going to pass it along. Take it in, soak up the experience. Modern interpretation, timeless design, Jack Wolf Knives. I want to read the back there. Ben, the owner, real good guy. Had a chance to spend some time with him in Atlanta, see some of his new stuff. We have the Tango Titanium Sunburst. Ooh, it takes two to tango. This is a new collab that Jack Wolf is doing. Here we go, Jack Wolf collaboration for the culture. We have Cerberus Knives, Jack Wolf Knives. It takes two to tango. This is the Tango. Very fun. I really like the artwork and the designs they do on their packaging. Very cool stuff. Nice little tin. Got the embossed Jack Wolf on the top. Pop this thing open. They all come with the little pog. Oh my. Pog on the floor. There it is. With that real cool artwork. Love that stuff. Whoever's idea it was for all the packaging that they do. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. Got some stickers in here. We can get them out. There you go. And the cloth revealing. There it is. Boom. Jack Wolf Tango. Oh my god. Oh, I'm putting my what am I doing? Kenman, pay attention. Focus. See the full frame lock there. I grab it and I'm like instantly pushing all my fingers on it. Hold it in the right spot. Flicks out no problem at all. That was my bad. Front flipper right there. Let's soak it in. The Cerberus and Jack Wolf Tango. This is the full titanium with the Sunburst milling on there. S90V on the blade. Flicks out great. Nice little thumb studs on there. As a lefty, putting a little pressure on the lock kind of makes it a little tougher. Boom. But if you're just using that thumb stud, flick that thing out, get on the front flipper, no problem at all. And then in the right, should be able to flick that out. That's what you kind of have to deal with sometimes on the full titanium like frame locks. As a lefty, you put your thumb on there regularly, and if I can't flick it out, it kind of makes it a little tougher for me to enjoy the knife. Talked to Ben about making some lefty versions, and he said maybe one day he'll full measure it and make some lefties, but there's not as many of us out there, although Ben is also a lefty. A few guys at Jack Wolf are lefties. This is a really cool knife. Snappy, fun action on there. That front flipper is satisfying. Soak it in. Kind of a dual grind on the blade. You got the hollow right here, and then that extra grind at the top. A little relief on the spine there as well. No real jimps other than the little bit of jimps right in there, which you can feel those, but they are mostly for the front flipper action, which is fairly easy to do. I wonder if I can do the rollover. There we go. A little bit tougher. It is a small, it doesn't stick out very much. So that front flipper, sometimes the design of a front flipper has it sticking out quite a bit. This one does not. There we go. Not as good with the right hand as I am with my lefty. but this one is cool. Check it out. So Jack Wolf, generally they've been into more of the slip joint style, the traditional style. This new collab kind of getting more into the different designs of the game, of the knife world. I dig this. What do we think about this one? There are several other versions that they have available. I believe this Sunburst Titanium one might be the only one that has the full frame lock. I believe the rest of them, there's some camo carbon, some fat carbon, the Kieranite, crystallized titanium, bunch of really cool flavors, but all the other ones have a bolster and then the rest of the scale. So there's that bolster line like right here, which then would make all of them more of a bolster lock instead of a full frame lock. So for the lefties, I would say maybe the lefties are going to have a little harder time flicking out just this particular model. Kind of having a hard time flicking. There we go. But the other ones, as a lefty, like that crystallized titanium version, looks really cool. And with the bolster lock on there, then you can put your thumb pressure down here and you're not really on that lock. So that might be an option for those lefties that are interested in this knife. I really like the design, the style. It looks cool. Blade is centered quite nicely. Very thin, just sits smooth in that handle. Oh, geez. Solid. No real play or movement there. Does have a nice strong D10. It is solid in there. You're not going to be talking this or having some fails. I think once you're going to get a hold of it, it's just going to snap out. It does have a real snappy, listen, clicky open, clicky close. Very good sounds coming out of this knife. I dig it. All right. You got a chance to check this one out. Which one would you get if you were to pick one up? That blue Kieranite, Crystal Lake Kieranite, looks really cool too. Just under 7 inches, not quite. A little more than 6 7/8, but it's just under 7. Blade is about 3 1/8 or 1/4 if you go at an angle, and a 3-inch cutting surface with a little smooth curve on the belly there, and just under 4 inches on the handle, 15/16. All right, not quite a full size, kind of a smaller offering here, but it doesn't feel small. You can choke up into this little spot right here, and even if I don't choke up, I have a large hand. There's still a little bit of handle sticking out the back, so I got a nice full 4-finger grip, even kind of stretched out, and you can kind of choke up on there and give yourself a little more space doing some work. I would like to see a few more jimps on there, but you know me, I love me some jimps. .11. And that .11 carries out to that part, and then where that secondary grind is on the tip, it starts to drop off. Going to be nice and slicey, sharp. .43 on the handle. 0.94 thickest part of the handle, and thickest on the blade. .94 the never-ending battery. The saga continues. 2.98, almost 2.99. Compare everything with the Kaiser Drop Bear, 3.29. I'll get my other Jack Wolf, the Primo Jack, 2.96. So they're actually almost the same, the two Jacks, 2.98. This one's just a little bit heavier. A little more titanium on this one. Okay. Satisfying sounds. Kaiser Drop Bear is a great, not quite full-size user. Mine's pretty dirty. But here's the jimps I was talking about. Tons of jimps given to me. So the Drop Bear blade's about the same. Handle's just a little bit bigger. So this is a very similar size to your Drop Bear, your Pyrites, your bug out killers. All of the above. So here is the Primo Jack. This one is a little bit larger. You can see blade's almost the same size, maybe just a tiny bit larger on the blade, 1/4 inch, maybe almost a 1/2 inch on that handle. Really fun. This one does have the lock. Here's more of that bolster lock I was kind of telling you about. So as that lefty, I can sit there, put my thumb right here, and still flick it out, no problem. So that would be kind of what you're looking at with the other versions of the Tango here. Really fun knife. Loving the sounds. That, just this close, even when you just, has this satisfying, for me anyway. Okay, let me get a fresh piece of paper. That kind of was my fault. Yeah, it's nice and sharp, nice and slicey. Ooh, that little secondary grind out on the end too. I give that an 8 out of 10, easy on the paper cut test. What does it prove? I don't know. Comment below. It feels satisfying when it slides through there though, I tell you. All right, well, here we are. Takes two to Tango. Got a nice new, completely new style from Jack Wolf. What do we think about this? Comment below. Are you planning to pick one up? Which one would you get? If not, what Jack Wolves are your classic favorites that you love and enjoy? Thanks again to Ben for sending these out. Thanks for Titanium Justin for getting me on the list in the first place. I'll enjoy this for a day or two here and pass it along to the next person. But yeah, really cool knife. Check them out. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.